Hi, I'm here to read Chapter 2 of The Chocolate Lab. Now, this is how a real man makes breakfast, Grandpa Irving says as he pokes at the campfire he's built in the middle of our backyard. I look at the dented tin pot sitting on the crackling pipe of embers. What are you making? It's called mush, Grandpa says proudly. Mush mixed with a few secret ingredients of my own. I lean forward and take a few tiny hamster sniffs. Whatever is bubbling in there smells spicy, sweet, and cinnamony, all at the same time. I even catch a faint whiff of black licorice. Hannah wrinkles her nose. At last year's safety assembly, they told us open fires are illegal. Hogwash, Grandpa says. Before stoves, people always cooked over fires. But we have a stove, I say. And breakfast cereal, Hannah adds. I want a bowl of frosty fruit yums. You haven't lived until you've had my mush. Grandpa stirs the goop in the tin pot like he's some sort of top chef. The stink gets stronger and my eyes begin to water instead of my mouth. It's the #1 most popular dish at every reenactment I go to, he says. That's probably because everyone at these things eats grilled squirrel and turtle burger. Normally, I don't get up this early, but Grandpa marched around the house, tooting his bugle even before the sun got out of bed. Once Coco started wagging his tail, there was no chance I'd get back to sleep. He kept nudging me with his icy nose until I feed him and took him outside. You kids need to learn what a hard day's work is, Grandpa says. Enough of this chocolate shop nonsense. The chocolate shop is not nonsense, Hannah says. Making chocolate is a hobby, like cooking or knitting, he says. A real day's work gives you these. He curls up his arms and muscles pop. You don't get big biceps by spooning chocolate into cookie sheets. Mom would look weird with giant gorilla arms, I say. Plus, we don't spoon chocolate into cookie sheets, Hannah says. We ladle it into molds. Grandpa waves his hands. Whatever you do, it's not work. Neither is doing Revolutionary War reenactments, Hannah says. Grandpa pokes at his fire with a stick. Embers crackle and his tin pot wobbles. Reenactments are about understanding our past, he says. They're about sleeping in smelly tents with smelly people, Hannah says, holding her nose. Pew-you. Grandpa gives her a smiley squeeze and she giggles. I thought it was just a bunch of guys running around in a field with fake rifles, I say. They're called muskets, and they're real, he says. They just shoot blanks. Real, Hannah says. When your parents get back from Glen Falls, I'm headed to Fort Ticonderoga for a reenactment. You two should come along and see for yourselves. Do we get muskets, I ask. Yeah, Hannah says. That might be fun. No muskets, Grandpa says, but I do have a big surprise coming for you. What do you think about that? I shrug and look down at my feet. Grandpa's idea of a surprise is probably different from mine. He gets excited about fancy brass buttons and animal pelts. I hear the door slam. We're headed out now, my father calls to us from the driveway. He's holding a stuffed too-fat suitcase. Stay out of trouble, you three. Mom comes outside and stands behind me. She looks in the tin pot and wrinkles her nose, just like Hannah did. Hold down the fort for us, she says. Miss Meredith is working the shop. Try not to bother her too much. Can we stop in for snacks, Hannah asks. Mom smiles and kisses both Hannah and me on the head. Do you think I'm an ogre? Of course you can. Mom and Dad make sure Grandpa knows all the right phone numbers and where everything last thing is. They quiz him 3 or 4 times and then they're gone. Off to move us to dumb old Glen Falls. Once Grandpa goes back to stirring his mush, I can't help but worry. When we move, all my friends, all my teachers, my whole school will be 100 miles away. Plus, every time we go to Grandpa's, it's the same. Every old lady hobbles out of her apartment and asks me to move a divan, an ottoman, or some other piece of furniture I've never heard the name of. And they pay with spare nickels, dusty cough drops, and cheek pinches. I guess all that stuff wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but the idea of losing Coco absolutely is. Just thinking about it gets my fist curled up into balls and my teeth all clenchy. Who would give him as much love as Hannah and me? This neighborhood is the only home Coco knows. I huff out a steam engine breath and notice that Grandpa's head is slumped over and he's snoring like a chainsaw. The fire is out, and the mush has spilled over into the ashes. I motion for Hannah to follow me. Good thing we're both wearing flip-flops because they slide off easily and make tiptoeing super silent. Even though I don't think dogs can tiptoe, Coco stays quiet too. Not even he wants to try Grandpa's spiced up Revolutionary War mush. But if the idea of eating Grandpa's mush was bad, it's nothing compared to whom we run into out front.